Hi everyone, it's Joey Remenyi from seekingbalance.com.au. So I want to talk about the difference between no big deal and simply ignoring. So we talk about NBD quite a bit. I mentioned it in my book, Rock Steady, Healing Vertigo and Tinnitus with Neuroplasticity. So NBD, no big deal, could also be considered as NBD, not being dismissive. So the key here is we're actually acknowledging and honoring the experience. And as we're experiencing whatever it is, so it could be maybe a sudden uproar or volume intensity shift in body sounds or in movement signals within the body. Perhaps we feel intense headache, migraine, or pain. So there's an experience. When we ignore it, we really suppress it, push it aside, try and distract ourselves, avoid being present with it. Maybe we get busy, call a friend, we try and distract ourselves. So that's avoiding. And in no way, shape, or form is that engaging in conscious neuroplasticity or shifting our experience and relationship to that sensory cluster. So avoiding is generally not recommended from a rock steady point of view, although there's always a time and a place for all different strategies. So when we take the no big deal or not being dismissive approach, we're actually honoring, acknowledging, and leaning inwards toward that sensory cluster. So if we say it's a headache or a migraine, we actually bring our loving kindness and curiosity in toward that experience. And we're not making a drama out of it. We're not being catastrophic. We're not escalating it. We're not running around to call a million doctors, or we're not trying to fix it or solve it. That would be creating a big deal. So what we're doing is we're not being dismissive. So we're looking inwards, we're being with it, we're taking a few breaths, we might be body scanning and pausing, but we're not being dramatic. So no big deal means accepting a level of normalcy, that it's normal to have a changing internal sensory experience, that it's not a sign I'm dying or getting worse. It doesn't mean I've done anything wrong to deserve it. It's not a puzzle or a riddle to be solved. So we pause in that moment. We direct our attention inwards towards that sensation cluster, towards that inner world experience, including the emotions, the narratives, the beliefs, the stories, the thoughts, the whole inner world, the whole invisible package that the body is digesting. We give ourselves time to breathe through and be lovingly supported through that experience. And we take as long as that takes. So you want to expand into that experience and allow the body to let you know once it's sort of perhaps you may even notice a subtle release in intensity, but not necessarily. But when you feel you've had enough time with it and your body's given you that clue, that's when you can consciously move towards building some desired sensations. So you might decide to build your neural pathways of feeling connected to yourself or feeling supported, or recognizing that it's really okay to have ups and downs or challenges and difficulties, and that it doesn't mean anything catastrophic. So you're actually starting to build that muscle of resilience and looking inwards, staying with the experience, staying in the body scan, and staying present with the no big deal perspective. So avoiding, ignoring, denying, dismissing would be really distracting and making yourself very busy and not being available for the experience. So that would be really suppressing and not addressing or honoring and acknowledging what's really happening. So it's really good. It's a great question, and it's good to keep asking yourself, am I being dismissive right now? And am I being dramatic? And how can I take that middle road of being present but grounded and staying present with the experience without escalating it? So I hope that's helpful. To learn more about me and the Rocksteady way of life and tricks and tools on how to navigate this process, visit seekingbalance.com.au. We talk about this and go in deep and have examples in our live Rocksteady group calls. And we support each other as we're navigating this complex human life. So it's a little bye for now.